Hello everybody and welcome back to this week's Dark Avengers comic book review. Big week, 15 comics, got through DC, got through the Spideys and Marvel. Let's go into something else. Iron Man Legacy #2. Series is still very good. Iron Man is going after everyone who's stolen his technology and using it for evil, and basically gets screwed in the end and captured. And he finds out that a lot of people died because of his technology and because of the technology that was stolen from him. And that's where it's to be continued. I'm enjoying Legacy, I'm being honest with you guys. Not as much as Invincible Iron Man, but Legacy is a very close runner-up to Invincible. It's the only ongoing other than Invincible. Has good storyline, has good artwork, and so far the story's keeping me hooked. Great issue. Pick this up. Get the first issue. Great cover art. Gotta be honest, great cover art. There's tons of variants, but great cover art. Okay, now something that just out of the blue. Wolverine 900, a compilation of Wolverine stories, some old, some redone, and some new. Love it. You guys know how I feel about Wolverine. It was a great 900 issue. Very good. Issue. It is super thick. It is like almost mini trade paperback size. For $5, you get your money's worth. Even though there are reprints and very few like new stories, absolutely pick this up. If you like Wolverine, pick up Wolverine 900. Speaking of Wolverine, Origins is ending in another 2 months. Dark Wolverine's ending in about 3 months. Dark Wolverine is getting his own comic. Wolverine's getting his own comic. And I guess it's going to take up after 900. I don't know. I know they're going to start with #1 again, but basically it's going to be 901 if you want to be technical. So yeah, pick this up. Awesome comic. Okay, now we're getting into all Siege tie-ins and finales and etc. etc. New Avengers Finale, one shot, concluding the entire New Avengers first volume run. Epic. The New Avengers go after the Hood. And in the end they capture him, of course. It was an epic finish to a really good Avengers title. Like I said, the only Avengers title I actually enjoyed was New Avengers, so it went out exactly the way it came in. Unfortunately though, when I started reading New Avengers, Mike was the one that was collecting the New Avengers, and he only got like the first 5 issues. So I only know the New Avengers from the first 5 issues. And Civil War. Absolutely pick this up if you guys have been doing Avenger titles. Great title. Looking forward to the reboots of all the titles, the Avenger titles next month. Hopefully they will all be good and not one will suck. And I'll say I'm not going to be doing it anymore. Really good stuff. Pick it up. Okay, now getting into a more direct. This actually happens after Siege, by the way. Now getting into a more direct Siege tie-in thing. Dark Avengers. #16, once again, the grand finale. Dark Avengers disband. That's basically what this issue is all about. The disbanding of the Dark Avengers and the capture of the Dark Avengers. Norman Osborn goes back to jail. Daken runs away. Osborn, yes.
Related to Ozzy.
I hope not, because Ozzy's a good guy. Sort of. Maybe. I love you, Ozzy. Okay, so Dark Avengers disbanded. The end. That's basically it. Awesome issue. Concludes the worst Avengers team in freaking Marvel comic history. 16 months of this shit. A year plus of wow. Goodbye. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen.
1 year, 4 months.
Huh?
1 year, 4 months.
Yeah, there you go. 1 year, 4 months. Too long. Okay, Siege Embedded, the companion to Siege, coming in 3rd place for Comic Book of the Week. Basically, once again, news reporters, point of view, Volstag's in it. I love Volstagg. Unfortunately, I've given up on Thor comic books because, like I said to you guys, I'm going to be focusing more on DC Comics. Cuts had to be made. Thor was, unfortunately, one of them. So, love this issue. Volstagg's great. It backs up what's going on in Siege, yeah.
Why do this covers look so similar?
Any tie-in has the same corner thing.
Oh.
Any tie-in has the corner.
There goes
yeah.
tie-in. I know you probably said it, but you didn't hear it.
Yeah, it's a tie-in. Awesome, guys. Like I said, Siege and Siege Embedded you should be getting. Last issue concludes the news reporter's point of view. Pick it up. And now these last two comic books are going to be out of order, but they fall in order of how good and bad. Sentry Fallen Sun. This is the title that had the big question mark. Because it didn't have a question mark. They didn't want us to know that Sentry was going to die. Big spoiler. Sentry dies in Siege. And this issue is all about his funeral. And remembering back to all the good moments with Sentry. And it's basically the biggest epilogue wrap-up of the Siege.
Epilogue.
Yes, it says epilogue right at the top. Thank you for pointing that out. So it concludes Siege completely. If you've been getting Siege and you want to get the full story, pick up the epilogue. If you don't really care about an epilogue, which I'll be honest with you guys, it was a funeral. And it really wasn't good, or else it would have been at the top. So it's up to you. It's really like a side story kind of thing. I really don't. Yeah. And comic book of the week, of course, Siege 4. Avengers freaking Assemble. Everyone versus the Void, also known as the Sentry. And who's the one that killed the Sentry, aka the Void? Thor. Thank you, God! It was Thor. I was scared it was going to be a crappy character or somehow Deadpool would just pop out and shoot him. I would have gotten pissed. Thank you, God. Thor did it. Also, Loki dies. I don't care. Asgard is going to be rebuilt. Steve Rogers is going around saying he's making an Avengers team, several Avengers teams, and everybody says yes, except Wonder Man, who warns Steve Rogers that he will stop him if he tries to make another Avengers team. And I believe he is going to be in Secret Avengers number 2, so it's going to be fun watching that. Absolutely pick up Siege. Concludes all the shit that's been happening in Marvel for the past 7 years. Guys, do you realize 7 years Marvel has been going through this crap? Finally, over here in this issue. Not as good as Blackest Night, or as good as Brightest Day is looking to be, but for Marvel standards, best story yet. And that is it, in 2 parts.
What about the other?
Oh, yes, thank you, Michael. Also, check this out, guys. It is at your comic book stores. It is free. It is a preview of all the Heroic Age comic books coming out from Marvel from June to the beginning of July, including May. The only thing I am questioning is what's on the back. X-Men versus the Vampires. Why? For those of you who didn't know, Amber likes vampires. Me, on the other hand, I know they're just doing this because of Twilight and to get some popularity.
Uh-oh.
You can just speak bad about Twilight?
No, I said they're doing this because of Twilight.
Yeah, big Twilight fan. Team Jacob for the win. Woo!
They're doing this for Twilight.
You know, it's like 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Should we, like, go into the next part?
No, I don't think she's going to kill me yet.
No, I'm saying the next part to cover it up.
Wrapping it up. How many minutes we have?
8 minutes and 15.
We're fine.
Okay.
But no offense, I mean, come on. Why vampires all of a sudden? They're doing this just to butter up the Twilight fans. You're a Twilight fan. Would you want to buy this now? X-Men with vampires in it?
I would get it because I'm an X-Men fan. And I also like vampires. So I would get it
Ha!
both.
Well, I'm an X-Men fan too, so you're probably going to see X-Men #1 on here, so. But I just don't like that it's vampires because it's Twilight. You know it's because of Twilight. Okay.
And probably the Vampire Diaries. And all the other vampire things.
Yes, but it's like the year of the vampire, though.
Of course it is. And that's what I write about
we're wasting
all the time.
time.
I've written about it since I was 10. I have been writing about vampires since I was 10.
You're not gonna have...
I'm gonna die.
You're not gonna have...
The Dark Avenger's gonna die right here, guys. What review is this? This is my last one.
Don't talk bad about the vampires. You know I'm up at like 5 in the morning going to sleep at 6.
Should we go into like...
No,
it's gonna be 10 minutes.
It's okay.